Here we have a SAT math problem. Okay, let's go the question. A bird watching group initially observed 200 birds in a certain area and set a goal of reaching 800 birds. According to their model, the population starts at 200 and increases by 30 birds per week for the first 2 weeks after the observation. After those 2 weeks, the population increases by 50 birds per week until the goal of 800 birds is reached. At the end of week W, where W is greater than 2, after the initial observation, let P of W be the predicted number of birds still needed to reach the 800 bird goal. Which of the following function correctly represents a P of W? Okay, let me draw an horizontal line segment over here and say the length of this horizontal line segment represents the total number of weeks in the given context, that is W. Let me mark 3 points on this horizontal line segment, that is A and here B and here C. Say the length of the line segment AB represents the first 2 weeks. Then what is the length of this line segment BC? To get the length of the line segment BC, we have to subtract the length of the line segment AB, that is 2, from the total length W. Then we get W negative 2 as the length of BC. So that is here we have this 2 which represents the first 2 weeks, and this W negative 2 represents the additional weeks apart from the first 2 weeks. Okay, now let's find the total number of birds observed in W weeks. Here we have an information, there is an initial observation of 200 birds. Okay, now let me write the initial observation 200. Okay, apart from the initial observation, the population increases by 30 birds per week for the first 2 weeks. Okay, now to get the number of birds observed in the first 2 weeks, we have to multiply the number of birds observed per week by the number of weeks 2. Then we get 30 times 2. Okay, apart from the first 2 weeks, the population increases by 50 birds per week until the goal of 800 birds is reached. Now, to get the number of birds observed in this W negative 2 number of weeks, we have to multiply the number of birds observed per week by the number of weeks. Then we get 50 times W negative 2. Okay, so this gives the total number of birds observed in W weeks. Okay, now let's get the total of this one, that is 200 positive 30 times 2 is 60. Now we can distribute this positive 50 to this W and negative 2, then we get a positive 50 W, positive times a negative is negative, 50 times 2 is 100. Okay, here when I combine 200 positive 60 and negative 100, I am getting 160 positive 50 W. So this is the number of birds observed in W weeks. And the information says this P of W is the predicted number of birds still needed to reach the 800 bird goal. Okay, now let me write P of W, and their goal is to reach 800 birds. Already we know that this gives the number of birds observed in W weeks. Okay, now to get the number of birds still needed to reach, what we have is we have to subtract the number of birds observed in W weeks from the goal 800 birds. Okay, let me subtract this stuff from the goal. That is 160 positive 50 W. Then P of W equals to 800. We can distribute this negative sign to this one and this one. Then we get negative 160. Negative times positive is a negative 50 W. P of W equals to, when I combine this positive 800 and negative 160, I am getting positive 640, negative 50 W. Okay, here I got the function P of W, that is P of W equals to 640 negative 50 W. I find this stuff exactly in answer choice C. The correct answer choice for this question is C.